we are going to not the typical places that tourists go.
A little nervous. We've never done like the full like real thing like combined together.
And it's the perfect plan for a Sunday morning. Mexico City is definitely a walkable city.
And we stumbled upon it.
You have 1 hour. If you pass, you pay 18 pesos more. One of the things that I love about Polanco, this is what we do after a productive day at work. So we had to come to see what's going on in here.
You get a very nice view of Mexico.
I wanted to tell you about an experience we have this week. This taco place that we are about to taste. From things to do to places to eat, I know you will find some hidden gems in this video. I was surprised by the size of this city. We were used to walking everywhere in Europe, so taking Ubers was something to get used to. Our first stop was a cozy bookstore called El Pendulo. You have spaces to sit down, enjoy your book, maybe order some food or a drink, and spend the afternoon here. What's not to love? You could easily spend an entire day here, but we were starting to get hungry. We are noticing that Mexico City is definitely a walkable city, as long as you stay in each neighborhood. If you want to go from Condesa to Polanco, for example, we always take a Didi or an Uber. It's way easier. There is always a taco place nearby. They really are everywhere. So we enter El Califa. It felt so good to get guacamole everywhere. And of course, my first authentic taco bite of the trip. I swear I could eat like 20 of these tacos. That was good. It was about 500 pesos, which is about 30 bucks. We like traveling slowly. We usually spend 1 month in each city and try to go with the flow. We found these boats at Chapultepec. We have good organization here. You have a parking spot for each boat. You have 1 hour. If you pass, you pay 18 pesos more.
Qué padre, güey.
They seem like a unique way to get to know the park from the water. If you're wanting to escape the hustle of the city, riding these boats is the perfect afternoon plan. And this is just one of the many things to do inside Chapultepec.
That was fun. My booty's a bit wet, but it was fun.
At this point, we were a little tired from our flight, so we decided to get back to our apartment. We found this Airbnb in Polanco. It had everything we needed within walking distance, plus a stunning view of the city. The next morning, I started the day early to get going with my routine. After so much traveling, I've noticed that the first week in a new city is full of unknowns. But getting into my routine as quickly as possible is something that helps me feel right at home. This is my favorite stretch. I've been running for a few months now to get ready for a half Ironman. I wasn't used to running in a high altitude city, so it was quite a challenge. One of the things that I love about Polanco are the parks that are around the city. Even though you are in a big metropolis, you feel nature and you can walk around. On my way back, I stopped at the apartment's gym. At this point, I was already thinking about what I was going to have for breakfast. I also started incorporating 2 deep focus working blocks of 2 hours each, with a meal in between. This system has made me way more productive. Of course, the fun is not allowed during this time. This is what we do after a productive day at work. We've seen El Moro everywhere, so we wanted to see what's the hype. We picked the traditional hot chocolate to go with the churros. And the best place to eat the churros is in Lincoln Park in Polanco. It's like dark chocolate. They're super good. 10 out of 10. I will definitely recommend them. We started talking about rearranging our working hours to beat the rush hour traffic. This city, on a weekday between 4 and 7 or 8 p.m. is chaos. It's difficult to go from one place to another without traffic, so that's why we came to this specific park in Polanco. It's way faster. It's about 50 minutes from the apartment. If we were to pick another park, it could be 30 minutes or even an hour to get there. So it comes in handy to stay in Polanco. Today is Saturday afternoon. We are going to not the typical places that tourists go in Mexico City. At this point we had full batteries and we were ready to explore. This is the Chocolate Museum, and Mexican chocolate is one of the best in the world, so we had to come to see what's going on in here. We are not museum people, we like more hands-on experiences and nature activities. But we were inspired by a chocolate factory we visited in Chiang Mai, Thailand, and we wanted to learn their differences. This museum is experiential. You also get a guided tour and of course, try Mexican chocolates at the end. I think these are chocolate blocks.
Yeah. Should I lick it? Or... It's tequila. I think cherry.
After so many sweets, Lau was excited to take me to Taqueria Orinoco. It is a simple menu, and if you're lucky like us, you won't find a line. The expectations were high. When you see the sauces presented like this, you know you are in for a treat. I kept my order simple. I went for tacos al pastor, and I started to add my round of condiments. Something peculiar about these tacos was the crunchy topping that they used. It was a unique taste for sure. Again, I could eat like 20 of them, but I kept it classy for the video. The next stop was Mirador, Torre Latino. We found out that this place was the go-to for sunset.
You get a very nice view of Mexico, and we're currently at the cafe.
The next day, we wanted to revisit the park where we ate the churros. Abraham Lincoln Park. It was a beautiful area full of restaurants and shops.
This is the most Instagrammable spot, according to Pinterest, and we stumbled upon it.
We got some herbal teas and started to do one of our favorite activities in each city. People watching. I wanted to tell you about an experience we have this week, but I wasn't able to film it. We had a dining experience that we couldn't see anything. We had 5 different courses during the night. It's something that is worth doing because it's super unique, and you can find it here in Mexico City. We continue our stroll to see the Soumaya Museum from the outside, which is a cool spot for pictures. And we found the missing piece to make our Airbnb feel like home.
We got some eucalyptus for the shower. And now we can continue with our stroll. So what you do is you grab it and you hang, these are a bit big, but you grab it and you hang it from the shower, so with the steam, the smell comes out and it clears your air things. For me, because I always had allergies.
We wanted some greens, so this place, Basico, was a great find. If you need a break from the tacos and want something healthy, this place, really fresh. Approved. It's hard to have a bad meal in Mexico City. Every spot is delicious. I can say that we almost know the entire neighborhood. It's beautiful and it has a great vibe. Now it's time to go home and rest. We've been into Breathwork lately and also ice bath. So we found an event right here in Mexico City that's just like a pop-up thing. I know that they are common around the city, so you might be able to find one.
A little nervous. We've never done like the full like real thing like combined together, and I just finished the Wim Hof book, so I'm very, very excited. And I think it's like pure coincidence that they had one in Mexico City when we're currently here. Like meant to be. Let's get started.
We started by chatting about what was about to happen and the benefits of cold exposure. To prepare our bodies, we started with a guided breathwork session and then a quick body warm-up. They told us to touch the water first to understand how cold it was before getting in, and then it was time to spend 3 long minutes inside. It looks easy, but it's a shocking sensation that the only way to go through it is by intense breathwork. Then we got near the fire and started a warming session. At this point they brought out the brunch while our bodies were still in shock.
Amazing. I had a tough time, but it was still good.
Another Sunday activity we did was biking at Paseo de la Reforma. Every Sunday Paseo de la Reforma closes so people can enjoy it with the bikes, running or whatever. Comes in handy and is a perfect plan for a Sunday morning. You can rent these city bikes all around the city for about $5 to $10 a day depending on the package that you pick. You download the app and scan it. This street will take you to some fascinating museums. Mexico City is one of the cities that has the most museums in the world. You can find a different one in each corner. We came across this one in specific and it looks fun. I told you we weren't museum people, but in Mexico City it's impossible to ignore them because they are everywhere. And this is the motor art one. And just wait until you see the next one.
Mexico City has so many museums that literally you could go every Sunday for years and years trying to visit them all.
Not only museums, parks too. As you can see, you can find a lot of parks around the city, but there's not only about the nature and just walking and spending time there, but you'll also find activities there. For example, last week we were walking through Parque Mexico and we found a place to paint pottery and we spent like 2 hours there enjoying ourselves. That was Lau's idea. We were walking and I was like, I don't know, but then I found myself enjoying the activity. It was so cool. And then yesterday we were walking in Lincoln Park and we sat down and out of nowhere we found a bunch of kids playing with remote boats. Just like the movie Stuart Little, just like that in Central Park. And just sat down and spent like an hour there, just people watching and looking at the boats. And just 5 minutes away from the previous museum, we have the Anthropology Museum. If you're into the ancient past, I know you will easily spend an entire day here. There is so much to see and learn inside. If you know you don't have the time to visit the pyramids or any archaeological sites near Mexico City, this will be a must visit. We made it to the iconic Angel of Independence, or aka the quinceañera spot.
So basically, if you come drive by on a Thursday, Friday, Saturday, probably Sunday too, all you see around this circle is limos after limo after limo filled with the quinceañera and her whole like court. I think that's what you call it, like all the other people that are participating, and they're just lined up here taking pictures with the angel. It's just the spot.
Lau found an outdoor coffee shop, so we hop on the bikes to get there. Alright, we made it and we saved a bunch of time. These bikes are very finding. I think they have like a monthly subscription that you can pay and you can use them whenever you want. If you think about it, you'll save a bunch of time and also a bunch of Ubers. We sat and talked about our experiences so far in the city, which I'm about to share with you, but I'm getting kind of hungry. This taco place that we are about to taste is one of my favorite ones in Mexico City. This is Siembra. Lau found this taco place during the week. It's our favorite out of all the spots we've tried. So I wanted to come back to show you. You have to add it to your list. It's quality meat. Here they call it arrachera, and they put some potatoes on top, which is different and unique. It's really good. So, 3 things that I love about Mexico City: the walkability, also the food culture. You have so many different restaurants, and finally the parks are incredible. We just got the quesadilla one. It's the same, the arrachera meat with cheese. It looks so good. And whenever you come, make sure you order the tuna one. It's like a poke kind of tuna, so different. They put so much. It's really, really good. Right now they were sold out. There you have it, guys. We'll see you on our next destination. This is the place, it's right next to the beach, and all of this will be in the downtown of Tulum. Here you'll find the famous Burrito Amor.
If you're looking for where to stay, I recommend that zone. Looks like no one's here.
This place looks incredible.
We gotta go explore.
Tulum, it's been fun. A hidden gem, in my opinion,